All right, ho, 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 holly jolly, Merry Christmas, everybody. We are live here in the After the Review studio. I am your host, Pete. It is week 17. Yes, week 17 of the NFL season. It's Christmas week. There's probably other holidays that exist that I'm not aware of. All to play for. I mean, maybe not totally. Just 4 playoff spots left. Just 4 playoff spots left to acquire 1 division in each conference and 1 wild card in each conference. But there's a shit ton of seeding, and seeding is going to be very, very important this year in probably the most open postseason we have seen in forever. So we got a lot to talk about. A little bit of some dud games here on Christmas. Saturday they get better, and then ultimately good games on Sunday. Drape, happy Hanukkah. Nice. Is Hanukkah still going? I feel like Hanukkah's probably almost over. It was relatively early this year. It was like 2 weeks ago. Whatever. Anyway, L'chaim. Why are we here? I wanted stats. Give me the damn stats. Give me the stats. Team stats. I don't know when it started. It started a couple weeks ago, I think. Lock in. God, you got to lock in, Drape. What's going on? All right, first game. Saturday. No, it's Thursday. Thursday morning, Christmas morning. Ho, 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 and wake up to watch the piece of shit 4-11 Commanders take on the piece of shit 6-8-1 Dallas Cowboys. Marcus Mariota probably not playing in this game. Maybe he plays in this game. I don't know if it really matters. The Cowboys have also been up and down lately. Kind of good. Sometimes maybe good. Sometimes maybe shit, as the meme says it for them. Dallas's defense had a good run there. They've been bad the last 2 weeks. Carved up by J.J. McCarthy, a.k.a. 9, and then absolutely shredded by Herbie and the Chargers last week. They really couldn't get pressure to him, even with, Quentin Williams was out, so that hurt. But still, terrible, terrible defense. Andreza, what's up? Washington really doesn't have any hope. I think, Bill's better. Bill's better than who? Lots of people. Washington, this is just a disaster season. Their defense is terrible. Offensively, they're probably not going to be able to keep up with the Cowboys. I don't think this is a very hard game. Dallas wins. Probably not too much of a struggle on our hands. This one should go pretty quick, honestly. So you don't need to wake up too early. Open up your presents, spend time with your family on Christmas. It's not anything crazy. It's not gonna be like I gotta watch this game, which is nice. Christmas is time for the fam and stuff like that. So don't worry about the early game. Now that afternoon game, time to lock in. Sarah, hello. Zay, what's up? Merry Christmas, big dog. Everybody hit the like button if you haven't already. Get this stream out into the algorithm. It helps us out a ton. Spread some Christmas cheer for the boys. I think a group of toothpicks and toothpaste is better than the Cowboys. Well, on defense, maybe. You're jealous of the Cowboys offense, Drape. Don't tell me you're not over there. Houston's jelly of the Cowboys offense. Broncos actually cooking. I mean, they got cooked. They got cooked last week. They got fried up by that Trevor Lawrence-led offense over here. All right, here's the big important game. Best game of the season. Detroit Lions, 8-7, against the Minnesota Vikings. Christmas Day, this is deciding the NFC North, just like last year. Oh, wait. Both these Vikings already eliminated. Lions essentially eliminated. It's crazy how fast the year can flip. These teams won 29 games last year in the regular season. And postseason, too, for them. But 29 games in the regular season. They're currently sitting at 8-7, 7-8. JJ McCarthy already out, so it's Max Brosmer time again. God bless us. He was so terrible against the Seattle Seahawks. Now, at home in Minnesota, short week. He actually looked okay against the Giants when he filled in the second half. I thought he was fine. That helps. This Lions defense is atrocious. DK done for the regular season. Yup. And he's going to lose out on like $45 million too, I heard, because of some voids in his contract. He should have gotten 3 games. For even appealing the suspension, he should have got a 3rd game because he's a knucklehead. Just take your 2 games. It's good. They've already won the division, unfortunately. It's so over. Baltimore's cooked over there. Zay, what do you think about Lamar? Bruised back. Like, so stupid. Like, bruised back, my guy. I get it. It hurts. Daniel Jones played with a broken leg and then tore his Achilles. You got to grind it out, my man. If that was a must-win game on Sunday night, I'd be pretty pissed over there. So, Max Brosmer, Lions have to win. Vikings have to lose this game to make sure they finish in 4th place and get the better schedule than the Lions. If J.J. McCarthy was starting, I would love the Vikings in this game, honestly. They beat him in Detroit the first time. The offense had been cooking. The defense has been great. We haven't given them a passing touchdown in 6 straight games. Brian Flores kind of put out the best game plan to take down Goff, and everyone's copied it since that game earlier in the season. I will take the Lions just because of the Brosmer factor, but I think this game could be close. They're going to frustrate the Lions offense, and I think Brosmer might just let it ride against the shitty Lions secondary. They can't really play man anymore. They're a man defense. They got to switch to zone. Let it ride to J18, baby. Let's get 18 his records. Let's get him over 1,000 yards. I think we're going to be okay. We're not playing for anything. We're going to be aggressive. I don't think it's going to be a conservative game plan. So it should be a fun afternoon game. I think could be lots of big plays. I lament starting, bro. Yeah, rip. What the hell was that message? Yeah, typical. It's just spam. No, I do not speak Spanish, Rosa. I speak American. Lol. Say, translate real fast. Zay's translating. Kind of figured that's what it was. I wanted him to sit out. You down, wanted him get a killed kidney. Oh my God. Who cares? I know what you said, Rosa. I said I only speak American. I guess I think he would have been, I think he could have been fine. He could have been fine. I would have liked him to play. I think he would have been okay. It was a bruise. It hurts. He wasn't pissing blood or anything like that from what I heard. Go Pats. Pats time. Yes. Huge win for them. Say something in Spanish? No, because I'll get banned because I only know Spanish swears and shit because I live in Texas. Jefferson, come play for a Super Bowl on the Pats. Well, the Pats aren't going to the Super Bowl this year, big dog. And they don't have the draft. The Vikings are never trading with the Patriots ever after not giving us Drake May. Yeah, the Pats are on the DNT do not trade list because of the Drake May situation. They're not giving them anybody good. Fuck you guys. Go Jacksonville. Yes, Jacob. The Jag. Time for the Jag rag to hop out, boys. Time for the Jag rag to come out. The Jags are legitimately good. You live in Texas too? Nice. All right, Sunday night, Christmas night, GG's, like, the Chiefs lose. The Chiefs are not beating the Broncos. The Broncos need to win for seeding and the division. The Chiefs are starting Chris Olaconda. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Old SDSU quarterback. So good luck to Kansas City. Travis Kelce's trying to not die. Time to go to the Super Bowl. Well, probably not, but why not in this year's AFC? Yeah, Zay can speak full Spanish. Zay is my translator. Go Chiefs. Rip, Jacob. Rip. Stacy, hello. Sugar, I'm a Raiders fan. What's up? What's up? Calm down, bro. Jags are not going to the Super Bowl. Oh, Jags. Jags-Texans rivalry heating up. Christmas games are terrible. Yes, quarterback injuries do tend to do that to people. I think if McCarthy was healthy and the Lions beat the Steelers, this would have been a really good game in the afternoon. This would have been a really good game. The Vikings are playing very well right now. Go Raiders. Go Niners. Random channel. Niners fan. Broncos will lose to the Chargers, but it may not matter. But I don't hate that, John. What's good, Jose? Back in the cut. Yes, sir. BG. Bear down. Got another Bears fan. Not expecting the Pats to go to the Super Bowl at all, but as long as the Bills don't, I'm good. Well, the Bills might, Pats, but yes, this is a W season anyway. You win the division. Maybe probably win a playoff game. Great season. How was 9 hurt again? Because he smashed his hand on a helmet, and it's a very tiny fracture, because apparently he's made of glass as soon as he comes to the league. He played fucking hockey growing up. He's a psycho. Donald, Pats fan, another Pats fan. Say, go Packers. Need that draft pick. Good job, Zay. Almost all the good QBs are fingers. What? Sorry. Who is going to the Super Bowl? I'm still going to stick with Bams. I'm going to stick with Rams-Bills. Rams-Bills is my Super Bowl pick. I've had it for a while now. Yes, the Vikings do have a chance to officially eliminate the Lions, which I would love to do. I don't give a shit about the draft pick. I want to beat the Lions. I want to beat the Packers. I don't want to finish in fourth. I won't want to finish in third, though. So I needed the Lions to beat the Steelers. If the Lions beat the Steelers last week, we would have been a lock for fourth place. I want the fourth place schedule next year. We can finish in third. If we win out and the Bears beat the Lions, we're finishing third ahead of the Lions. It's time to move on from 9. I don't think so. You just got to have some stability at the backup position and give it a go. He's looked really good the last 3 weeks. Go Eagles. Hopefully they go to the Super Bowl. Doubtful. Officially, Patriots, Rams confirmed. The Patriots defense is not good. They're not good enough. They're just not good enough. Jacksonville Eagles. I would be shocked, but wouldn't be the craziest thing. Okay, if I was ranking AFC teams right now, it would be Buffalo 1. It would be Jacksonville 2. It would be Houston 3. I would be Houston 2, Jacksonville 3, New England 4. That would be my 4, Denver 5 to make the Super Bowl. I'm going to take the 2 experienced teams over the 2 babies. I think Jacksonville is a better team than New England. New England has the better quarterback, obviously. But is he playing better than Trevor Lawrence? I don't know. Trevor Lawrence is playing as good as anybody in the NFL right now. So that's the big one. Bills are not making it. They have the best quarterback. Best quarterbacks tend to win these things and the experience. James, go Bills Nation. We got a lot of Bills fans. If Broncos win this week and lose versus Chargers win out, the Chargers will win the division. Yes, sir. Chargers still alive. Never should have let Darnold go. Sam Darnold is still terrible in big games. Still terrible in big games, Sam Darnold. Too expensive. He was never coming back. Even if they told him he was going to start. He wasn't going to do it. Not with J.J. McCarthy there. He wanted stability and long-term. Daniel Jones would have been the move, even though his leg imploded. 9 hasn't even played 9 games this year. I think he has played 9 games this year. I couldn't tell you. Drake May MVP, not quite. It's still going to be Matt Stafford. 9 games in 2 years. Well, it's going to be 10 games in 2 years. Hey, man, the knee injury was the knee injury. It's a bummer. No, do not care who's going to the Super Bowl. That's good. How is Buffalo won when the Patriots beat them? The Bills literally beat the Patriots, Jose. What are you talking about? The Bills just beat the Patriots. Bills Nation, appreciate the sub. Welcome, welcome. Guys, if you're new here, I can only see public subs, so if you're new here, you subbed, drop it in the chat. I will gladly shout you out. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Really helps the stream out a lot. Big time. You can't admit that. The Bills won the most recent game. Most recent data point. Taj, as a Cowboys fan, I can confidently say if Dallas isn't aggressive in free agency, those draft picks won't mean jack shit. Too many holes on the Dallas roster. Okay, Taj, do you want to keep Dak or not? That's the big question. Yeah, all that experience Josh Allen has and can't get to a Super Bowl. He only loses to Mahomes, and Josh Allen has never played bad in the playoffs. Since his first year, Josh Allen's been elite in the playoffs. Bills suck, go Chiefs. Well, the Chiefs are horrible right now. Experience is so overrated in the playoffs. What? Experience in the playoffs is mainstream media propaganda. Jose, please name me the one team that has went to the Super Bowl without any experience, who hasn't made the playoffs in the 2 years prior to them getting to the Super Bowl. Name the team. Name the team. Our pass rush is ass, not sustainable, but with Milton Williams coming back makes it better. Yes, their secondary is terrible. The Patriots don't have good coverage. You can throw on the Patriots. Their run defense is going to get better with Milton Williams too. The run D's been sus without him out. The offensive line is a big concern. I know Will Campbell's coming back, but they got hurt pieces along the offensive line. And the receivers. I like Diggs. I can't trust Diggs. You get maybe one more playoff. You get like one playoff game where he's awesome. The weapons are kind of sus out there, but there's not a whole lot of great defenses. Jacksonville's kind of a nightmare matchup for the Patriots. That's about it. Obviously the Bills are a good matchup for like an even matchup kind of The Jaguars, I feel like, are a nightmare matchup for the Patriots. They will take advantage of those holes out there. Football this year is crazy. Yes, definitely the most wide open football year in a long, long time. Chat skipping. And Trevor Lawrence last 2 games has 600 yards and 9 passing touchdowns. 600 yards passing and 9 touchdowns. Yes, I think he has 10 touchdowns. He has 10 touchdowns the last 2 games, James. I thought 10 touchdowns, 0 turnovers over the last 2 games. Ridiculous. Chargers are 5-0 in the division. If anyone believes in the Bills, how many times do they have to fool y'all? The Bills aren't playing a good quarterback. That's the whole thing. Patrick Mahomes ain't walking out of that tunnel against them. It's the only team that beats them. Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes. Drake May's great. He ain't as good as those guys are. If the Chargers beat Denver, Patriots number 1 seed. Yes. But the Patriots do have to win out. They do have to win out. I don't know what the division tiebreak. Can they clinch the division with a win against the Jets? I don't know what the tiebreakers with Buffalo would look like. Vikings got to pull it together. I mean, they've been pretty good. Bam, bam. They've won 4 in a row. I think they've won 4 in a row, 3 in a row. We've won several in a row. Patriots beat the Bills in week 6, Brody. Yeah, and then they lost in week 10 or week 14. Didn't happen. Amnesia is convenient here, buddy. Well, they just won the last game. It's over for Dak in Dallas, probably. Trent Dilfer, Tom Brady. I didn't say quarterbacks. I said teams. I said teams, not quarterbacks, teams. Teams, not quarterbacks. All those teams and head coaches had been in the playoffs before. I didn't say quarterbacks. I said teams. Team experience. Probably 2023 Cincinnati Bengals with Rams. I think that was 21, that Super Bowl. Bills are as fraudulent get 0-4 in the Super Bowls, and even if by some miracle they do go 0-5 incoming, maybe. I mean, it's so crazy to say 0-4 in the Super Bowls. They lost to a dynasty, and they lost to Bill Parcells on a missed field goal by their kicker, the dynasty Cowboys, and they shouldn't even have been to one of those games against the Cowboys, the last one, and then they lost to Washington, the Hogs. They lost to teams that had won multiple Super Bowls in the late 80s, early 90s. Matt Stafford MVP, yeah. Matt Stafford on the team. Matt Stafford who'd been to multiple playoff games. What? Matt Stafford who'd been to multiple playoff games and the entire team. Are you just naming quarterbacks? My pack has fallen off a cliff. Need a Dexter Lawrence pack. Oh, yeah, the Packers. Yeah, the offense also isn't very good either. But we knew the defense was frauds, Timothy. Defense were frauds. They were pass rush Micah reliant. The secondary is not very good. And now they don't have good run D either. Since they traded Kenny Clark to get Micah Parsons, which you do 10 times out of 10. Diggs hasn't scored a TD since the Minneapolis Miracle. Is that true? That's crazy to think about, Zay. That's actually insane. No, that's not true. That's not true. He scored in 2019. He played 2 more years with the Vikings. He scored in 2019. You're thinking the game against that game was in New Orleans. That wasn't the Minneapolis Miracle, the New Orleans game. 99 Ravens, 0-1 Pats, 12 Seahawks, 19 Rams, 23 Rams. The Seahawks in 12 were in the playoffs. The Seahawks won in 13. They were in the playoffs in 12. The Rams were in the playoffs in 17 and 18, I believe. The 23 Rams they won in 21. What do you mean? They won the Super Bowl in 21, the Rams. It wasn't 23. They were in the playoffs from 17, 18, 19. Like what? The Pats were in the Super Bowl in 97, 96, and they were in the playoffs in 2000 with Drew Bledsoe. The Ravens, I don't know the Ravens. That's a good question. The Ravens might be the answer there. And the Patriots do not have a Hall of Fame defense like the Ravens. The Ravens might be the answer. The other ones aren't correct. I think you forget when people make the playoffs. You forget when teams make the playoffs, win a playoff game, or get bounced in the wild card. Let's see the Ravens when they won the Super Bowl. Yes, the Ravens are the answer. It's their first playoff appearance. They won the Super Bowl. That's it. Have one of the best defenses of all time. That's it. That's the bar. There you go. I'll give you the Ravens. It's not mainstream media propaganda. I just debunked you real quick, man. That was real quick. You're going to have to be faster than that. Austin, I have a question. Do you think Josh deserves MVP? He probably lost it with the Cleveland game. Is he the MVP? Probably. Him and Mahomes. Like, you see how bad the Chiefs are now. It's going to be Stafford. I think Stafford's had a great, unbelievable season. Obviously, Drake May as well. Stafford also never won one. Great story. He's 37 years old. It's a Stafford MVP. As a fan of Dak, I would love to keep him, but he deserves much better. I'd flip him to a QB-needy team who's close to being a playoff team like Houston, the Vikings, and get some draft capital. Yeah, I get it. The contract's a pain. But yeah, it might be time to start over. They got to have a ton of picks. I'm mainstream funded by Budweiser. This is a Miller Lite. Not even funded by Budweiser. Broncos will lose in the divisional. Definitely can see that. Happy Dad Seltzer. We win the AFC East with a win versus the Jets and the Bills lose. Okay, so they can't win it until they got to beat the Jets and the Dolphins, assuming the Bills win out. They got to beat the Jets and the Dolphins. Okay. What week in football? Pats Rams Super Bowl. Not buying the Pats Rams, yes. Yeah, 2000. That was their first year. It was the Ravens. That was the right answer, though. It was the Ravens' first year. Tony, howdy. Yeah. So the Ravens is the correct answer, but everybody else is not the correct answer. 22. It was 21 season, Rams 22 Super Bowl. We beat them twice. Dallas dog walked them twice. Yeah, dynasty team. And the Bills team that made it the fourth year was not good. Missing Sisson. I don't know what that is, John. They lost the NFC East. Who, the Cowboys? Yes. Hey, a Vikings fan. Hey, I like that big-ass thing. Y'all blow that. Yeah, the horn. The Galil horn? The Galarja horn? Hell no, James Cook for MVP. Yeah, except he had that fumble in the end zone. I jumped in the stream hot. My bad, bro. Cool off like Draymond. Yeah, don't be Draymond, Jose. Chill, chill, chill. The Patriots are good. I had the Patriots at 4 today. The Patriots are going to win multiple playoff games. I just don't think they're getting to the Super Bowl this year. Next year, yeah, they might get to the Super Bowl. Team's just not good enough. I'll hang up and listen. Thanks for calling in. What team do I like? Stacey, I am a Vikings fan. If the Vikings have a good QB, they wouldn't be bad, but what a tough division, though. Yes. And I mean, the Vikings are still 7-8, guys. 0 Pro Bowlers, 7-8. 0 Pro Bowlers, 7-8. It's pretty good. Us, the Jets and the Saints, 0 Pro Bowlers. Okay, we're a lot better than the Jets and the Saints. The last 3 weeks is what they would have looked like with good quarterback play. We scored 30 points in back-to-back games. Our defense beat the shit out of teams. J.J. McCarthy had 13 points in the first half. Like, we're going to score another 20 or 30 against the Giants. Game would have been over. Yup, came a long way since St. Louis. True. I'm 32, bro. My memory is foggy. Sorry, no ChatGPT, bro. Jose, I am around that age, and I can remember. I'm like a hawk. But I'm also a slut for this. And that's why you guys listen to me. Easton, appreciate the jewels. Welcome, welcome, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Drop a sub if you're new here. We got daily sports content. We got to get back to these picks. We got videos. We got shorts. I stopped being perfect when I turned 30. God. Me too. I'll give it to the Ravens. Give it to them. The Ravens were good, yes. I want someone random like the Jags-Bears Super Bowl. It would be high scoring. True. James, hello. Stafford for MVP. I agree, Nicholas. The Jags low. Tony Khan's heart couldn't take it, probably. Super Bowl will be Seahawks versus Broncos or Patriots rematch. I can't trust Sam Darnold. Honk, honk. Actually wanting Miles to win MVP. Without him, Browns would be totally winless. But May and Stafford are having amazing. Yeah, May, Stafford, and Allen. Allen's having a great year too. But May, Stafford, Allen cleared. Miles is gonna set the sack record. OJ, what's up? Drake May sucks. No, he's not. Drake May's the fucking man. Stafford and May are very close betting odds. I think Stafford is a favorite though. Stafford's minus odds. I think Drake is plus odds. Stafford has the weapons while Drake does not. Stafford's played the schedule while Drake also has not. Why am I taunting me with my boys, brother? Sorry. Kick us when we're down. That's what I do. I think Josh deserves it because Josh is wideouts are Butterfingers while Matt Stafford has Puka Nacua. That is also true. That's a good argument. Sam Darnold for MVP. Sam Darnold is why the Seahawks aren't undefeated. Angel. Chargers Texans is really tough to pick. Yes, let's get back to this one. Good job, Jazz fan. I don't know who I'm going with. Here we go. I'm catching back up. Jose, appreciate the jewels. Oh my God, chat's spinning. It's okay that we lost. We got 8 NFC titles. Got tired of winning them. Okay. Tiggs haven't scored a TV since the minute it happened in the playoffs. Oh, since the playoffs, yeah. Well, he's only played like 1 playoff game, 2 playoff games. Why can't you just agree with me that my favorite team is going to the Super Bowl? Just agree with me. I'm not here to agree with me. You have to donate $1,000 for me to agree with you without even thinking about it. Bro, wrong Diggs. Take a tic-tac, bro. Deion Dawkins, best lineman. Josh Allen, best offensive player. James Cook, MVP. Matt Milano for defensive player of the year. Matt Milano ain't played enough, bro. What? James Cook could win offensive player of the year because if JSN Puka have a bad, it's going to be JSN. JSN's like insane favorites. Colts are done. Sad. 8-2. Lose 5. FOJ. Yes. Okay. So here's a crazy Colts stat, guys. The Colts have lost. There have been 16 games that have impacted the Colts' playoff chances after their bye. The Colts, the results have been 0-16 against the Colts. All 16 games the Colts have used to help their playoff chances have gone against the Colts, including 8 upsets. Insane. Insane. Dak is overhated and underappreciated by Dallas fans. It's typical. It's Dallas. Always blame Dak. They haven't been in the NFC Championship game in 30 years. Jerry, Stephen Jones are morons. I'm not going to say it. I can only barely see it, too. I just see that it was Jules and then the emoji. Don't understand the hate. I love Dak. I wish my boy Romo could have gotten a ship. Yeah, Tony Romo, very underrated. I'm not saying it. Say, caught it, Jose. I just pray Dak doesn't end up like Danny White. And he'll be like, Puka and DK are in contention for Jerk of the Year. What did Puka do? Saying the refs are shit? The stupid shit with Aiden Ross? I don't even know if he knew what the fuck was going on. That bro he didn't even know the Niners were in the Rams division last year. Well, that Raiders game messed with the Texans. Yeah, YT. I don't know. I'm going to call you Blade. I don't know, Blade. Bills have the same schedule as the Patriots, and I've never heard anything say anything but glaze them. They do not have the same schedule as the Patriots. They have a similar schedule to the Patriots. What games on Sunday? Several, Stacey. Texas defense is looking scary. Yes, Duval. They are scary. Give us those 2 numbers. I told my going price for those 2 numbers is $300 super chat. those jewels are not good enough. He's comboing it. He's trying. I do appreciate it. Shout out Jose. Opinion on the DK Metcalf suspension. 2 games is very light for him. He should be ecstatic. He should get a 3rd game for appealing because he's a moron. And the division's locked up. Don't appeal. Just take your 2 games, bro. He could lose $45 million. Feels like the Bills can win versus good teams and suck versus bad teams. I agree, Austin. The Bills lock in against good opponents. This is a playoff team. This is a team that's been to the playoffs. They're Super Bowl contenders for the last 5 years. It's hard to get through the regular season. You see good teams do this. Pat's time. It's the coast of Irsay. That's the heart of Baltimore they ripped out. I don't know about that. They haven't won a Super Bowl. Puka got the new variant of CTE. Jeez. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. He knows. He knows. If I was Baltimore, I'd have kept Indianapolis on the scoreboard. Come on, it's Christmas. Have a heart. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not doing it for the kids. Just like I won't do the camera grab. Austin, I appreciate it. You're my favorite YouTuber because you actually talk to that. Appreciate that, Austin. I try. GVZ, I have the Patriots taking an early exit. Ooh, GVZ with the hot take. Do you like the halftime show of the Super Bowl? No, Bad Bunny. No, it's the Super Bowl. No one's going to understand 95% of his songs or anything he says. Come on, it's Chris's. Bells will be ringing, carols will be singing, and I will not be saying. I will say have a Merry Christmas. There you go. It's about as much brain rot as you get. More jewels. Jose is the man tonight, dropping the jewels over here. Now, you don't understand. You ripped the heart out of a team. My Gramps never forgave Irsay, and I hold the grudge for him. Well, I appreciate that you're on that grudge. Yeah, it's kind of messed up. They also didn't build him a damn stadium. Baltimore was a shithole. Seattle first, the 49ers, week 18. Who you got, Taj? Well, you're going to have to tune in week 18. I'll have to see what I look like this week. I don't know. That's going to be a great game. God, that's worse. I'm excited for Bad Bunny. Well, you're going to understand him, Zay. Coconut, what's up? I feel like the fans should have a say in the halftime show. I don't know. They would end up with something crazy over here. All right, we're back to it, guys. Saturday. I caught up on the chat. Hit the like button. Texans, Chargers, great game. Texans offense is concerning. The Chargers keep just winning these stupid games. Broncos are still the number 1 seed, Austin. The Chargers just keep winning these games, and they have no offensive line. Their defense has been really good. I think this is going to be a slugfest. I'm going to give the Chargers this one. I've been picking against the Chargers. They're due for a loss. If the Chargers get blown out, do not yell at me. There is a potential for a Chargers blowout here. Houston dominated them in the playoff game last year. There is a potential Chargers blowout with this offensive line and this Houston defense and pass rush. But I think Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense is better versus the Texans defense than the Texans offense will be against the Chargers defense. Especially if we get no Woody Marks again. Nick Chubb is cooked. Jawar Johnson's a cool story, but it's like a game you got out of him. I'm going to take the Chargers. I don't think home or away really matters in this one. I just think Chargers, Justin Herbert and the offense is better against that Texans defense than the Texans offense is against that Chargers defense, who's been playing lights out football lately. It's just the two of us. No, you already got the clip going, Jose. I know you're ready to clip it. No fan shouldn't have a say. I agree. It'll get a little too crazy. Do you think the Pats are good, or is this schedule just too easy? No, the Pats are good. They're not great. They're good, not great. I'll have the Pats at like one playoff. It depends on the playoff schedule. But they're good. They have a great quarterback. The Pats have a great quarterback. Just Drake May is a great quarterback. Not a good quarterback. He is a great quarterback. He is going to be the best quarterback in the NFL one day. Pablo with the 100. Let's go. So yeah, I'm sick about it because I told everybody before the draft Drake May was my second favorite quarterback, and I wanted to trade all the picks to get Drake May. Houston wins by 7. Not having those tackles will hurt. I definitely can see it, Taj. I'm just worried about the Texans offense again, especially with if Woody Marks plays, maybe the Texans, because their run game was just dreadful against Vegas. Gray, dude, I love the passion. I've never gotten into the NFL, but I can see you love it. Appreciate that, Gray. What's your sport? What's your sport of interest? We do all sports here. Schedule just week. Uh-oh, Zay, shots fired. Bulldog. Oh, that skipped. Hold on. Go the Bears. I had to struggle with that. Bulldog, Bears fan. We don't need them having 3 rings. We're great. Seriously, not a great team. Good team, not great. There's like one great team. I think the Rams are the only great team. Everybody else is just kind of good. Hey, Vikings guy, are y'all hosting? I have no idea, Tony. I don't know. I live in Texas. Texas is hosting multiple World Cup games. I will be probably going to one. Pat's time wants the Texans. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I'll say 100. Yeah, 100. We're back. Don't say that, Jose. Texas infamously said that, and they were, in fact, not back. The only reason the Vikes won was because mine got injured. Who? Mine? Who, Pablo? 9. Yeah. No, 9's been great the last 3 weeks. 9's been great. 9's been really good. We won because our defense was good with Max Brosmer. Do you think this season is MVP for Drake? No, Coconut. It's going to be Matt Stafford. But Drake May probably going to get an MVP here very soon. Very soon. Great season. Definitely worth second place. Got the 7-seed Texans to beat the 2-seed Pats, and I have the 6-seed Bills to beat the 3-seed Jags, and I have the 5-seed Chargers win versus the 4-seed Steelers. Well, there's a lot of seeding to go around. 3 wildcard road upsets would be insane, Austin. That would be actually insane. So we'll see. How about my Jags? Whip, I was looking for you on Sunday. Let's go. Big time win. Big dog. Check out my power rankings to see how I reacted to it. Huge win for the Jags, though. Trevor Lawrence, underrated or overhyped? That kid Swift, living up to his potential. Chargers secondary won't be able to hang with Nico and them boys IMO. Well, the problem is Stroud's got to hit him. Stroud's got to hit Nico. He couldn't even hit open receivers against Vegas. Hey, Florida Gators and Raiders fan, this has been an extremely painful football season. I feel that as a Vikings fan, as an A&M alum, football has been painful. Niners, John, do love the Niners this year. Rams lost to Sam Darnold. What are you talking about? No, the Rams lost to an elite defense and the referees. Like, that 2-point conversion should not have counted. That's crazy work. Is this the no coconut, no MVP for Drake. Great year though. Golf is my sports, man. I'm in Georgia, and the Falcons have been pretty bad for a while, and it's hard to watch. True, but you do have a great college football team. OJ, let's go, OJ. Appreciate that. Merry Christmas, OJ, with the super chat. Let's go. Always a big time supporter. OJ's the man. Cheers to you, my guy. I'm sorry about your Colts. Yo, at least you had some fun with Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers has been fun. He was fun until that pick six. Niners or Seahawks? Lean Seahawks? Not 100% sure, though. Really like the Niners. Yeah, well, Gray, what's your handicap, bro? CJ's playing like dog shit. If he plays bad against the Chargers, D, Harbaugh will find a way to win. I agree, Zay. I 100% agree. You must be a Rams fan, huh? I've been a Bears fan for 52 of my 56 years of being alive. I am not a Rams fan, Bulldog. I am a Vikings fan. So, yeah. And I've been a Vikings fan for X number of years of my life in a similar proportion. Chargers, Ja. Yes, sir. Bolt up. As a Cowboy fan, go Bears. Okay. Jose with the 100. Appreciate that. Jose's been making it rain tonight, too. I think I fell asleep that night. Sorry. It's cool, man. I would be high, too. I literally shouted you out. I was like, where's our guy? Where's our guy? His Jags. They did it. They dominated. If y'all go make a Super Bowl Shuffle remix, too. Yeah, the Bears. Hey, Raiders have a team. They do. Hey, go Raiders, man. For a second round, I have the 7-seed Texans beat the 1-seed Broncos, 6-seed Bills. Yeah, Bills, Texans, AFC Championship game. I like that, Austin. That's fine. I like that. Just depends how it breaks. Hell nah, the Raiders. Sam Darnold is a system quarterback, and he's bad in big games. Jameis and Trevor Lawrence are two interesting experiments to study because both orgs really tried their very best to make it work no matter what for both. Yes, and Trevor's had his more highs than Jameis, but Jameis is fun. The worst is being a UCLA fan and a Cowboys. 30 years for both teams not winning is pure misery. At least UCLA's got a great coach, Taj. Bob Chesney's a great head coach. Gray is a 7 handicap. He's in a putting slump. Been low to mid-80s for like the last 2 months. You obviously don't think football should be played by the rules, but that's how y'all are winning POS act. What, Robin? Robin? Why did I pronounce it like that? Robin? What are you talking about? You talking about the Rams game? I know the rules on that. 2 points shouldn't have counted. So is Purdy, if we're talking system quarterbacks, Purdy's pretty good, though, also. Purdy was fucking slinging the rock on Monday night, guys. Who's the hottest QB? My opinion, Joe Burrow. I can't say that. It's Trevor Lawrence. It's Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is the hottest quarterback in the NFL right now. I'm hoping the NFL pulls a Lamar and Josh Allen and shocks everyone and gives May the MVP. I don't think it's, that wasn't that big of a shock, Josh Allen last year. I think Stafford's just going to have his first in line. Now the Patriots get the 1 seed and the Rams are a wild card team. Drake May might win it. Might win it. Do you finally believe in Trevor? I'm going to believe until he burns us, but he forgot how to turn the ball over. He forgot how to turn the ball over, so now he's winning games. It's crazy how it works. He's played great. Can't argue it. He's been elite. Finally living up to his potential. I love Trevor Lawrence coming out of college. Did you love Darnold? No, 501. He was bad in big games. Do you prefer blunts or joints, by the way? I do not do illegal things. I would never partake in illegal activities ever in my life. I'm a good little boy. Should Kyle Shanahan be the coach of the year after being one of the best teams in the NFC with basically his whole team injured? John, yeah, this is probably the best coach of the year pool we've had. Kyle Shanahan has an argument. Obviously, Mike Vrabel's done an incredible job. Ben Johnson's done an elite job. Trying to think who else has done. Who else am I missing? I'm missing somebody out there who's done really fantastic job this season. Liam Cohen's done an incredible job. How can I forget Liam Cohen? Incredible. Pete came out of the womb as a Vikings fan. Technically true, but not officially true. I did also root for the Jaguars and the Broncos when I was young. But I mean, I'm talking like 4 or 5, because the Broncos got new uniforms and the Jaguars were like a new team. And they had cool colors. The Jags had awesome colors. I like the Panthers too because they had cool new teams with cool colors. But since 1996, I've been a fan of all of my teams. My 4 teams I have been a fan of since 1996. Shanahan has made Purdy into an elite player. Put him in another offense and he's average at best. I think he'd be pretty good in Minnesota. I think he'd be pretty good in LA. As we know, Shanahan is a great QB developer. Fair. He's a great run game coordinator. What was the picks again? Mush Butler. Thank you. Reminding me. Let's get back on track. Cowboys, Lions, Broncos, Chargers. Let's go Ravens, Pack. Let's go Ravens, Pack. Sunday Night Football. Probably going to get a Snoop Huntley game. Lamar maybe plays. Outside chance. Packers got to have it. Still not in the playoffs. If they win, they are in. They could already be in by the time this game plays. Going to get a Malik Willis game. I think it's just going to be a run-heavy, quick-scoring game. The Ravens are out, right? The Steelers are at 9, right? Steelers have 9 wins. Steelers are 9, so the Ravens are out with the Steelers win. We're taking the Pack. They're out with a loss as well, but we're taking the Pack to win this game. All right, Bengals, Cardinals. God, does anybody care about this game? The Cardinals are terrible. The Bengals are less terrible, and they have Joe Burrow. Bengals at home. Give me the Bengals. Jacoby Brissett might have a good day fantasy-wise. The other experiment I've been excited to reflect on is the Romo-Dak transition. It's safe to say Dak wasn't the right choice. Dak was a pretty good choice, Jose. What do you mean? They won a lot of division titles and won several playoff games. It's about as good of a transition as you're going to get. Not every quarterback is going to be a Hall of Famer. Dak Prescott won to a lot of Pro Bowls, won a lot of football games, won a lot of division titles, had some bad games in the divisional rounds, but he lost to the 49ers twice in the divisional round. Kyle Shanahan's a great coach. And he had Mike McCarthy, who's a good coach, not a great coach. I mean, that's true. I mean, that's kind of a thing. Bob Chesney's the only reason why I'm contributing to the football NIL now. LML. True. Good man. My friend works for UCLA. Let me hit her up. Maybe I'll get her, send you some swag or something. See what she's doing. She works for the athletics department. Or no, she doesn't. She works for the rec department. That doesn't mean the system, good coaching, true. Coaching is the system. Yeah, but the Shanahan system is more of a running system. Tom Brady's the best. I mean, that's kind of crazy, guys, to say. It's kind of crazy. Who's the next to get a shot? Drew Brees, Trevor Siemian, Big Ben. I'm a big Trevor Siemian guy. Definitely not Brees. His arm was shot when he was playing, and Big Ben is like 280 pounds now. For the NFC, 5-seed Rams shit on the 4-seed Panthers, unfortunately, even though the Panthers did already beat them. 6-seed Niners beat the 3-seed Eagles. That would be a fun upset. And the 7-seed Packers to shit on the Bears. I don't know about that. They played 2 really good games this year, so I don't know if they would shit on them. What do you think the most impressive thing about the Jags this year? Their defense didn't fall apart and they turned people over, and Liam Cohen maximizing Trevor Lawrence and the run game. Travis Etienne looked dead last year as a running back. Obviously, and it took a bumpy road because Trevor's turnovers in red zone was dog shit this year. The defense went from super turnover reliant, which they still get their turnovers, to actually being very good at stopping people. They hit people. They're aggressive. They pass rush well. They don't have any great pass rushers, but they get after people with sending bodies. So that's probably the most. I picked the Jaguars to win 10 games this year. So let's pump the brakes a little bit. I had them winning 10 games and missing the playoffs, but I did have the Jaguars going 10-7. So I wasn't out on the Jags this year. I thought the Jags were going to be competitive, especially with that schedule. And they have a good resume now. They have a very good resume, relatively speaking. Mike McDonald, yeah, potentially. Elite coaches in the NFL in order: McVay, Shanahan, Vrabel, Campbell, McDermott. I don't know if Campbell's an elite head coach anymore from a schematic standpoint. I don't know if Vrabel's 3. Still got to, Andy Reid, guys. McDermott sucks. Wrong. McDermott is a terrible head coach. McDermott is one of the worst head coaches in football. All right. How do I feel about the Chiefs falling off and getting killed by the Titans? I mean, it was predictable when you have a guy who's like 28 years old and never played in the NFL starting at quarterback. And the team wasn't very good. team wasn't very good. Claymore, bro, A&M lost. I'm actually so depressed, and the Cowboys suck too. Will my teams ever wins? Well, at least the Aggies won the national championship in volleyball, Claymore. We got a little redemption, but yes, it was fucking brutal. Coach of the year in order: Vrabel, Ben Johnson, Liam Cohen. It could be Liam Cohen, Vrabel, Ben Johnson. It could be Ben Johnson, Liam Cohen, Vrabel. It could be like literally any combo of those three. Like, they've all done elite jobs. I mean, the Bears were as bad as the Patriots. And the Bears were in theoretically a better division than because the Jets and the fucking Dolphins are so bad. The Vikings and Lions struggled. They're way better than those two teams. The Jags are wearing the throwbacks the last week versus the Titans. Well, the Jags are going to win out. I expect the Jags to win out. Panthers over Seattle. Pablo, I love the pick. Sammy prods, bear down, more fans. Yeah, let's get to this game. This is a great game. So Seahawks coming off a 10 days rest. I can't believe they won that game. Defensively, they could put the Panthers in a blender. Now, the Panthers defense has actually been pretty good this year. Probably the most improved unit in football I can think of. Because their defense was the worst in football, or 31st in football last year. And they're really kind of solid. They're just really solid. Bryce Young, the game gets ugly. He just makes big-time throws. Makes plays. Winner. I think he's just a winner. The Panthers are going to win, I said, one of the last two games. We got bad Panthers, good. It's every other week with the Panthers. Now, it could be 2 weeks in a row and then a bad week. So either the Panthers are going to beat the Seahawks this week and lose to the Buccaneers, or lose to the Seahawks this week and beat the Buccaneers and win the division. I'm thinking it's going to be the latter. If the Seahawks are going to choke, it's going to be week 18 against the 49ers. But the 49ers got to deal with the Bears this week. I'm going to take the Seahawks in this one. I think we get a bad Panthers performance. But if we get a good Panthers performance, the Panthers will find a way to win this game. Panthers win this game if we get good Panthers. Good Panthers, Panthers win. Bad Panthers, Panthers lose. Bear down. Uh-oh. We're skipping. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, guys. You guys are blowing up the chat. Appreciate it. Everybody hit that like button if you haven't already. Sub to the channel if you're new here. We got long form videos. We got live streams. My power rankings just dropped today. We got shorts coming out. I think a short's about to come out at 11 o'clock on a little Joe Burrow stat fact of the day. And then I will have my picks video against the spread out tomorrow for Christmas Eve. And then we'll be live Christmas night, probably. Depends. Stranger Things is dropping. I might get locked into Stranger Things. But I'll probably be live during that Chiefs-Broncos game for a while. We'll hang out, talk about Christmas, celebrate, spend some time together. Maybe do a little drinking fun, have a little drinking with the game, and have a good time. So be on the lookout for that. And if you subbed and you're new here and you want a shout out, just drop it in the chat. I'll gladly shout you out. Kill Juwan Jennings, also been injured. Okay, you guys. What is this app called? Eric, this is just ESPN. We're just on ESPN. This is Pigskin Pick'em and the fantasy games on ESPN. Big Bad Bear down, Mikey. Austin, for the second round, I got the Seahawks, 7-seed Packers, 5-seed Rams win, and then Rams, Seahawks. Yeah, I like it, Austin. Austin, pretty set. My bracket will probably look similar to that. Coke or Pepsi? Cherry Coke, but regular Pepsi? I searched up ice and found this channel. Yeah, because I got a bunch of ice in my background with them championship rings over here because I'm a fantasy god. That'd be dope if your friend could hook it up with some UCLA merch. Yeah, I'll shoot her a message over here. I'll let you know, Tosh. You've been such a good supporter of the channel, too. So, relatively recently, too. New guy. Chiefs need to get Derek Carr, Alex Smith. So obvious. There's a good one. Alex Smith, he's got no leg. Derek Carr is a good answer. But the 49ers, or the Saints still own his contract. How would the 49ers beating the Eagles be an upset? Because the Eagles are the home team and the 49ers are not? And they're the defending Super Bowl champions? Jags doing it out. Travis Hunter is the most impressive. It's not that impressive. Travis Hunter is not that good in the NFL. He's a jack of two trades and not really good at either of them in the league. He's got to pick one. He can't play both. He's their fourth receiver on offense. Got to play DB. I had the Jags in the playoffs, so I know you know ball now. Nice. Um, Good take. Yeah, there you go. I would say have the Bills to lose to the Rams. Yeah, that's a toss-up. If I remember right, Jags have the best record in the NFL against current playoff teams, being 5-7 versus 5-3 versus current playoff teams. Well, the Texans, let's look. Let's go. We're going down the Jag hole. Let's see, jagging it. Panthers, technically, that's fine. We know the Panthers deal, though. Texans, yes. Niners, yes. That's a dead Niners team, though. The Bengals loss is their worst loss, and that's a game they really needed to win. They hurt Joe Burrow in that game. Like they lost to Jake Browning. That's their big blemish on the schedule. Then you lost to the Seahawks, and the Rams kind of got dominated. That game was not as close as the score indicated. Seahawks were pretty dominant in that game. They blew that game to the Texans as well. They should have won that game. That was a crazy loss. Blew out the Chargers, playoff team. Win, win, win. No playoff team, no playoff team. And then the Broncos, a big win. The Broncos are the big feather in their cap on the road. Texans you split with. Bad loss. So you've only lost to good teams beside the Bengals. You have 4 losses that you should have won. Like the Texans loss sucks ass, but that's at least a good football team. Seahawks Rams totally explainable. And that game was in London against the Rams after a physical game against Seattle at home the week before. So, yeah, they did a good job. They didn't have a super tough schedule, but the resumes for everybody aren't very good. So they should win out, and they should have a shot to win get the 1 seed, and they'll win the division if they win out. Not like home field super matters for the Jags, no offense. AFC is definitely wide open, Mike. Does it feel like 8-4? Shut up, Emu. Andy Reid still number 1. I'm going to go McVay. I think Andy Reid's kind of lost his head. McVay is just in his bag these days. How did you want all win 11? And I mean, we made the playoff. I got a t-shirt that says playoffs. Do you have? Think the Seahawks coach. The problem is the Seahawks won 10 game last year. So they're going to go from 10 to 14 wins, and they upgraded at quarterback. It's not crazy. Now that we're a bitter move, which franchise quarterback would you rather have, Caleb or Drake May? I am Drake May. What do you mean? I'm Drake May stand. I wanted Drake May going into the draft. I understand taking Caleb first, but I didn't like the nail polish and the crying shit. I wanted Drake May. If you guys want to go back 2 years with all the content on the channel, I was a Drake May stan. I was pushing hard to give up 3 first-round picks and extra to get Drake May. And I was okay with J.J. McCarthy after that. But yes, I knew Drake May was going to be great. He's Josh Allen and Justin Herbert mixed together. A good head coach and a great quarterback. It's that simple, John. And a 4th place schedule. 4th place schedule. Good head coach. Did they have a 4th? Yeah, they had the 4th place schedule, the Patriots. Good head coach. Great quarterback. 4th place schedule. Taking the Panthers. Jose. Right about Andy Reid. He's ahead of everyone on that list but McVay right now. No McDermott, I just forgot about. No McDermott? Yeah. Texas loss, I think, to knock the Jags back into gear. Yeah, definitely. Definitely could have. They should have won that game. They looked great in that game. Rob Mack, go Bears. Win, lose, or draw. I'm proud of my Bears. Yeah, great season for the Bears. Probably going to win the NFC North. You want them to win a playoff game, but ahead of schedule, won the division. Just pick them in fantasy tab. Sign up. You can really tell Liam Cohen is the true disciple of McVay. I mean, KOC's been pretty good. Maybe that explains why the Jaguars, or the Buccaneers, explains it. They lose their offensive coordinators back to back. They lose Dave Canales, who's a very good head coach in Carolina, and Liam Cohen, who's been a great coach in Jacksonville. Thank you whoever gifted me a sub. Didn't realize you had a membership. Oh, that was me, Whip. I gifted 10 members. I can give 10 memberships a month. And you got the lucky pull. Football games on Thursday. Yes, the first 3 games are on Thursday. Cowboys, Commanders, Lions, Vikings, Broncos, Chiefs are on Christmas. Steelers are going to beat the Browns. Myles Garrett will break the sack record. Love to see it. Shaduki will be Shaduki. They have no running back. Steelers going to win. They're going to win this division, baby. I got to finish the picks. I know, God. Sorry, Jose. I'm just talking to you. God forbid I won't talk to my chat ever again. You guys keep chatting. I keep talking. Hit the like button if you haven't already. All right, Saints-Titans. This is a really good game, guys. This is a fun game if you want to watch young quarterbacks. Tyler Shuck has been really good. I think he's a franchise guy. Titans offense has looked a lot better. For teams with 8 wins between them, this is a game that I'm going to be paying attention to in the early window on Sunday. Obviously, Panthers-Seahawks is going to be my main squeeze over here. I'm going to be locked into Titans-Saints. Titans-Saints, I'm going to be locked into. It's going to be on one of my focuses on the big mix. Okay, especially since the Vikings aren't playing, I'm going to have the mix going. We'll be locked in. I think the Saints are going to win. I think Tyler Shuck's just a little bit better, and their defense is good. Their defense is legit good. I don't think the Titans' defense is very good. So I like the Saints, man. Tyler Shuck has really impressed me, and I was not a Tyler Shuck guy. I'm taking Tyler Shuck over Cam Ward. History will treat me kindly. The biggest problem is, Jose, also appreciate donating that emoji. Awesome. Oh my God, chat skipped way forward than I figured. Burrow to the Vikings, Steven? Maybe. I doubt it. Will Jackson Dart win a Super Bowl? No, OJ. Jackson Dart looked horrible against the Vikings. Just finish the... Shut up. Way it's looking right now, Ravens schedule, they have a rough schedule again next year. We play the NFC West, yeah, brutal. NFC South, okay. AFC West, it's looking like, well, you only play one NFC division. You only play one NFC division, so. But you play the extra game. The Bucks did fall off after losing Liam. True. 49ers will win out to be the 1 seed. I could see it, Pablo. I could see it. Bucks injuries have also killed them. Yes, true. But Baker's super hurt as well. Burrow to the Vikings, yeah, potentially. How much have I had to drink? Like 3? I had a cider and this Miller Lite. I am now drinking a Shiner Holiday Cheer. And I have one more beverage to have tonight. And then I will be drinking tons of alcohol tomorrow, boys. But we have a churro-flavored hard cider I'm about to try, which is interesting, to say the least. But we're feeling good. Titans looking at the Saints jealously. I don't know about that. The Titans have been terrible. Like, their offensive line is a train wreck. They had like the worst head coach ever, and Brian Callahan, old Tommy boy over here. I'm so mad. I was the 1 seed and got a bye week and I lost by 100 points. Jesus, John. Oh no. Fantasy is a cruel bitch. I am in the I lost in my one semifinal because Travion got hurt, and I'm in another championship game. Saints will win. Damn it. Jags over Colts. Yeah, this is an easy one. Colts are dead. They looked good. They looked okay. Philip was fine. It's over. Hold on, chat it. My low man. My Loman? What's that? Was good, Unk. I ain't that old, guys. I ain't Unk status yet. I got a shitty beard, but. Henderson going down cost me too. Yeah, the Henderson injury sucked. To be fair, he did lose Jordan Love, but he also had Puka Nacua and James Cook. And I lost by 11. And I had the Jared Goff touchdown called back. Had the 2 Goff touchdowns called back. And I had Eddie Pinero, who hit a 64-yarder, hit the crossbar fat. That would have been a 7-point field goal for me. Feel like the Jags are the sneakiest 11-4 team. Yep, they snuck up on everybody because we thought they were bad. To be fair, the Jaguars were terrible all season. They were winning games, then they were bad, like the Bears. And all of a sudden, they're just kind of good. Churro cider could be nice. We'll see, Nature Boy. Yes. East Ciders usually puts out good ciders too. Oh my God. Here's turkey legs. Here we go. Put user in timeout. 100 even a game. Yeah, it's crazy. Travion screwed my parlay because he got. You didn't get redemption, Pablo. Normally he got redemption. I love field goal. Extra points makes them viable. Yes, we are all about kickers. I do the kicker rate. I do the kicker vid every week on the Catch Fantasy Football, guys. If you need some, here's a good one. If you guys need fantasy help, championship week, I also work with fantasy channel over here, the Catch Fantasy Football. So check us out. We got all the videos coming up. We got your must starts, defense, wide receiver, running back, quarterback. Kickers will be out tomorrow morning. I recorded kickers tonight. So we got all the stuff. Bring home that championship. Catch Fantasy Football over here on the YouTubes. Not only my team did horrible, my teammate pulled, 250. Yeah, you rip. You're screwed. Bucks over Fins. Oh my God, chat skipping like crazy. I love it, guys. Chat skipping because you guys are typing so much. I look like 48. I am not 48. Oh God, I am well under 40. Fins will rally around Quinn Ewers and smash the Bucks. Plus Baker's hurt. True. Reggie Mack, appreciate the sub. Welcome, welcome. If you want to shout out, just type it in the chat if you are a new sub here. I'm going to take the Buccaneers. The Dolphins defense. The Dolphins look like they quit. I think Quinn will look better. He was like a C minus. The Bucks have to win this game. Todd Bowles gets left in Miami if they lose this game. They're going to win this game, set up the Panthers game for the last week of the season. They're going to find a way into the playoffs because the Buccaneers are just stupid. Bengals are repeating history, what they did with Carson Palmer to Joe Burrow. Both lines the same. Yep, 100%, Zay, 100%. Smoky Swiss, I may not be smart, but I know what love is. Yeah, John, I'd be disappointed too. Gotta find Bubba. Kickers, lives matter. No, Jose, it's kickers are people too. That's our line. Kickers are people too. Smoky going on. Pam, what? Only if you're involved. Quinn Ewers is definitely not him. Bucks, Bengals, Steelers. Which one would you take on Survivor? Oh, God. Probably Bengals. Probably Bengals. Against Arizona. Not great picks, but you've gotten this. Oh, Steelers, tough on the road division game. I would go Bengals, Steelers, Bucks, but Steelers and Bucks can flip back and forth. Tough picks this week in Survivor. That's what happens when you get this late. Bro, Myers was my best kicker, and he was pulling 15-plus points a game, and then this week he pulled 2. Yeah, brutal week for Myers. Myers has been great this year. Sneaky, like the most points scored in football over the last 3 years of any player. Opponent scored 210 in a fantasy league playoff, the highest score of all the teams in the league all year. Brutal. I only scored 127 with Josh Allen. Well, Bills fan, that's the week you want to have. If you're going to lose and get a guy's going to put up 210, at least you did okay, like nothing crazy. I'd rather get blown out than lose it. I'd rather lose a game. My opponent scores 210, 180, and I score like 115, 100. I'd rather that than scoring losing a game 140 to 145, you know. The worst time, not locked in. They're not locked in. Todd Bowles should be left regardless. Letting Baker play like that was stupid. True. He's not a good coach. It did cost him. Am I crazy for considering starting Brissett over Hurts? My gut feeling says Jacoby is better option because we all know how up and down the Eagles offense is. Yes, my only thing, Jazz fan, is that game might be very high scoring in Buffalo. They might go back and forth in that game and score a ton of touchdowns. Bengals defense bad, but we've seen, like, Brissett was bad against the Falcons, and that's not a good defense. If it was me, I'm playing Hurts. It's risky, but I'm playing Hurts. I'm going down with the better quarterback. You feel like an idiot if you play Brissett over Hurts and Brissett gets you 15 and Hurts scores 28. You feel like an idiot. If you play Hurts and Hurts gets 12 and Brissett gets 25, you don't feel great, but it's the better guy. I was a kicker in high school and I had no friends. Thank you for being a voice for us. How do you have no friends as a kicker? Because you didn't go to practice? We need advocates like you. Sounds like you didn't go to practice, Jose. If you were good, everybody loved the kicker. Pats over Jets. Yeah, freebie buys. Jets are the worst team in football. I have them 32 in the power rankings. They're terrible. Pats win this game. Pats win this game. No problem. Don't see any upset here. It would be very Patriots-like to struggle with the Jets, but I think this one's over. I shall have my vengeance next season, like GK, best tight end in history. George Kittle, the man himself. I do love me some George Kittle. I was a person in high school too. A person? A prison? What? Power NFL team. Yup. Did you see the pregame on Sunday? Cam Little kicked a 65-yard field goal, and this with spare room to go as well. Yes, I mean, without rush guys, like kickers can kick from like 75. Yeah, that's pretty far. Like 70. I've seen 70 a lot, from stuff like that. But yeah, Cam Little's the man. Cam Little, our guy. That's our guy. I took Lamar over Brissett last week. Lol. Yeah, Adam. Brissett wasn't good, but Lamar also got hurt. Chill. Nah, I'm bullying you, Jose. The Bears for life. Packers suck. Well, the Packers do suck. It's Christmas. Quit flaming me. It's not Christmas. It's not even Christmas yet, bro. Raiders over the G-Men. All right, boys. Boys and girls. Hit the like button for this one. This is the game for the #1 pick in the draft. The winner of this game will not be picking #1. The loser of this game will be picking #1. The Raiders need to lose this game to draft Fernando Mendoza. The Giants need to lose this game to potentially draft Fernando Mendoza and trade Jackson Dart or trade this pick back a million times. Pete Carroll's on his way out. I think Pete might try and win this stupid game. But it ends in a tie. That's a good one. Yeah, Steven, it ends in a tie. They don't let Jackson Dart run anymore, and he can't throw. Genty's good. I can't believe it. I think I'm going to take the Raiders. I think the Raiders win this game, and the Giants get the first pick and screw everything up for something. Oh, my God. This is nuts. Crazy work right now. Over here. I live 10 minutes away from Levi Stadium. Do you think I should go to the game? Is it worth it? I mean, if the tickets are cheap, they probably aren't. Bears, Niners, Sunday Night Football, probably very expensive. But if you want to watch, tickets are like $500 a person. Yeah. I'm assuming you're a Niners fan. I can't remember, John, who you're a fan of, but maybe it's going to be a great game. Maybe save for that playoff game. I don't know. If it wasn't Sunday Night Football, yeah, I would go. The tickets, ridiculous. It's going to be a packed house. What's more impressive, throwing for 75 or kick down, like an actual field goal, or like kicking off a tee? Throwing for, I think kicking off of a tee from 75 is a little less impressive than throwing for 75. Now, making a 75-yard field goal would be way more impressive than throwing a 75-yard air touchdown. That'd be a cool poll. That is a good poll. I'll think. Here you go. Here you go, guys. Here we go. What's more impressive? Yards, kicking a field goal 75 yards off in warm-ups. There we go. There we go. Poll up, boys. We haven't done a poll in a minute. We've done a poll in a minute. Thanks for agreeing. No problem, Bears fan. I am unfortunately a Vikings fan, though. Taking the Raiders. Go Birds. Eagles all the way. Crazy. No, you did not. Me. You did not donate $40. I can see Super Chats. Super Bowl. I don't know. Finns will trade up to the Giants and get Mendoza. I could see that. New era in Miami. Ends in a tie. I do like that. Jets need to sleep. Sean Payton will be hard to beat at home. Sean Payton has not been very good this year, and they just got smacked at him. They did just get smacked at home. You a Birds fan? Absolutely not. I'm the opposite of a Birds fan. Raiders win a Genty for Rookie of the Year. Not quite. I benched Stafford, and I started Joe Burrow, and that was good. Yeah, both were good. I mean, you really couldn't go wrong, Zay. Burrow was better, but you couldn't go wrong, obviously. 100. Yes, sir, Jose. Gonna be a game time decision for the Brissett Hurts choice. Well, that's my input, Jeds, obviously. You gotta go with your gut, though. You gotta play with your gut sometimes. Bills over Eagles. This is a good game. Cowboys are fucking shitty. Yeah, Rambo, tough year for Dallas. Dicker can get a good game in him. Yes, I like Dicker. I mean, just roll with Dicker. Going against tough Houston defense and Chargers line could get mauled. McPherson could be the better option. I like both those kickers this week. McPherson could have a very big game. I do love McPherson. He is my love category for the start. Dicker's a start him every week, guys. So truly a toss-up. I think McPherson's riskier. Dicker probably has the safer floor because the Chargers probably kicking field goals anyway. Like you said, they bow up in the red zone. Dicker's got great distance. So yeah, truly a toss-up with that one. But that's my input right there. Higher upside for McPherson, a little bit safer for Dicker, but bigger risk for McPherson. You are in the Niners game. Okay, good. Figured. I would hope living that close to the stadium. Gang, gang, Niner game. Throwing accurate at 75 is more impressive than a running kick. Fair. A field goal, 75, stop. No, guys make 75-yard. I mean, Cam Little made a 75-yard field goal in warm-ups. Like a 75-yard to Aaron Rodgers special. James back. What's up? Is Jettis officially a top 3 Vikings wide receiver? Yes. Randy, Carter, JJ. Yeah. I think JJ's over Thielen. Randy and CC. Both awesome, but 75 is crazy. Yes. In warm-ups. Bills over Eagles. Carl, hello. No, it's Moss, Carter, Diggs. Nah, I don't know about that. Yes, sir, Jazz fan. Absolutely. Jets need a new coach, potentially. Potentially the Jets do need a good coach, new coach. All right, Bills, Eagles. Must win for the Bills. Kind of doesn't mean much for the Eagles. They've locked up the division. They're probably on the outside for the 1 seed. They do need to win to get the 2 seed. It is in Buffalo. The Eagles do have good vibes, and the Bills wake the fuck up for these big games. Good game. It is not a must win for the Eagles. They've already locked up the division. The Eagles really can't do too much moving over here. It is a must win for the Bills. The Bills want to win the division. They got to win this game. They need it. Their mental is a bad locker room. Stupid. All right. Have a good night, John. Appreciate it. Have a good holiday. Have a good Christmas. It's toxic in there right now. It's less toxic than it was. But the Eagles are like a game. They're game back at the Bears. They're pretty locked into that 3 seed. They could potentially jump the Bears, the Seahawks, but they're probably locked in as that 3 seed. Bills 28, Eagles 24. Definitely a good pick. I'm going to take the Bills. I think the Bills get up for these games, boys. The Bills get up for these games. That's what they do. That's what Buffalo football does. They get up for these games. All right, now the big game. 75 in the air, throwing or kicking is crazy. You can kick further than you throw, but a field goal with a... Oh, no. Oh, yeah, if it's a field goal with a rush, it's definitely the field goal. Adam, this was in warm-ups. Yes, field goal with a rush at 75 is insane. I don't think we'll ever see that. I think max we'll see is 70. I think 72 to 73 is about the max we'll see from a field goal. The voting is about 50-50 with 11 votes. We're at about 11 votes, 50-50. Niners over the Bears. Okay, this is a huge game. Bears could theoretically win the division, have clinched the division by this game. I'm a San Fran, in San Fran, taking the Niners. Where does 75-yard punt rush rank? I mean, it depends on the bounce because remember, the ball can roll. 75 air yard punt is insane. Insane. I don't think that's physically possible. But a punt with a roll. No bounce. Yeah, I don't think it's physically possible to kick a 75 yards in a punt. You can kick a field goal way farther than you can a punt. All right, let's try this churro cider. Anything is possible. Okay, here's a fun KG thing. We'll get to the Niners Bears real quick, guys. So that KG messed up that line. The anything is possible line by KG, he fucked that up. He was an Adidas athlete at the time, and Adidas's motto at the time that they were pushing for their athletes and stuff is nothing is impossible. And so KG was supposed to say nothing is impossible, but he was too excited, and he's KG and barely graduated high school. He didn't know, he couldn't remember it, and so he said anything is possible. Oh my God, this smells like cinnamon. It tastes okay. It doesn't taste as good as it smells, but it's okay. Further away, the flatter the kick too hard to do in a game. Yes. Nothing is impossible. Yes. Indianapolis Colts fan, how's my team, bro? Unfortunately, cooked and some of the worst luck you've ever seen in NFL with getting help from other teams losing games. Good story, yes. Is Lamar Jackson? I do not think Lamar's going to play mush. I would lean Snoop Huntley is going to play. The whole CS team was very special. Yeah, the Celtics, those guys, when Paul Pierce pooped his pants. The Paul Pierce pooped his pants year. Niners Bears. Is it time to close the door on women's sports owners? I don't know. That is something a jerk would ask. What's women's sports owner? I mean, the WNBA still makes a lot of money when their GOAT plays. Mighty not Dookie. We just lost Daniel Jones, but Daniel Jones failed on us. It's like your car not wanting to start. Tro and the defense was bad, and Sauce Gardner got instantly hurt. It was a lot of things. And again, there were 16 games since the Colts bye from other teams playing that could have helped the Colts' playoff chances. All 16 games went against the Colts. They could have helped or hurt the Colts' playoff chances. All 16 games went against the Colts, including 8 straight-up upsets. Indy GM, lol. Jose, you're a bad boy. Caleb Williams, DJ Moore could single-handedly beat the Niners as well. I don't know about that. I'm a Saints fan, mad about our winning streak losing. I know, Adam, you got to establish a winning culture in New Orleans. It was so dog shit. You got to, the winning game is more important. And you probably have a quarterback now. Tyler Shuck's your starting quarterback next year. So you don't need a quarterback. I'm all about setting a culture with your new head coach in Kellen Moore. Our team was very good until Daniel Jones wanted to act like a card that didn't want to start, and now we lost him. We have to take Phillip. Worst idea. Phillip was fine. The defense was bad. They were also running at an insane clip with Jonathan Taylor. It wasn't super sustainable. They had a couple of bad games with all the turnovers. Daniel Jones was playing on a broken leg as well. All the running on Daniel Jones did add up. So it really does suck. It was a lot of bad things to fall apart like that. I want Bears. Tyler Huntley playing Ravens. Insider Jeff saying, yeah, that checks out. What happened to IU? Dude crashed out. He 1,000% crashed out. Did you see him driving by the stadium at 102 miles an hour? Idiot. He got paid, freaked out. That's what happens. I'm not going to say what I want to say. Oakley, I'm Team Giants for the first. Then you want to lose. First pick. Cheers. I like the cheers. Is that that looks like a Christmas beer almost. Stacy. Kyler to who next year? Raiders or Steelers? Both totally likely, Steven. I flipped one of my chairs overlooking how Jonathan Taylor played. He was our best. If we had Daniel with Jonathan Taylor again, we win. Again, all wins for sure, but our playoff chances are to the ground. Yeah, they're 0. Hayden, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I'm taking the Niners, boys. I think the Packers somehow, Bears lose this game. They still just got to beat the Lions. They will beat the Lions to win the division. I think the Niners, the 1 seed. The Niners win out. The Niners win the 1 seed. They're going to lock in. Now, it is a short week. Short week and extra rest for the Bears. That's a little bit of an edge, but such a huge emotional win. Could see a letdown from Chicago. Niners defense isn't very good, but they did a good job against JT against the run. Force Caleb to beat you. Niners offense is explosive. We could see a very high-scoring game on Sunday night. I'll take the Colts, bro. The Colts aren't beating the Jaguars. Bengals will win. I like the Bengals as well. Take the Colts. I'm not taking. I was rooting for the Colts this year, bro. My Vikings stunk it up. Yes, we stunk. Steven, we've been good the last few weeks. If McCarthy stayed healthy, I'd feel really... We had a lot of good momentum. If McCarthy didn't get hurt against the Giants again, we had a lot of good momentum. I'd be very confident we'd beat the Lions and the Packers to close the season. Saints will lose. Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, Taysom Hill, probably Alvin Kamara. We need more than a QB. Well, you don't even need a QB. Tyler Shuck's been good. If Bears win, I will be impressed. Yes, Zay, that'll be a huge win for the Bears. Very predictable letdown spot for the Bears, which is fine. They still control their destiny, still should win the division. And they've clinched a playoff berth. They also clinched a playoff berth, too, which is huge. Do you think Mariota will play? I would probably lean no, but I think he's got a better odds. With the short week, I'd probably lean no, but better odds than, Lamar, I would say. Wait, if we play at home, I think we played at the Jets. Yes, you are at home. Get double the amount of training in 1 week probably wins to us. I don't know about the Colts fans. The practices are the same no matter what. Guys, you travel on Saturday. The Jaguars are just a better team. There's just not enough there, especially defensively. They're not going to play sauce. Offensively, the Jags can get after Phillip Rivers. Brosmer's not him. He looked better, Steven, though. He definitely looked better in the second half against the Giants. I agree. The Lions' defense is terrible, though. Brosmer is not him. I was never on the Brosmer train. I'm not one of those Vikings fans who are like, we need to play Brosmer over McCarthy. I knew. Rams will beat the Falcons. 11 days off. Falcons have won 2 in a row. No shot. The Rams lose to the Falcons in that game. You get what I'm saying, right? They just need more practice. Yeah, I mean, Phillip needs more time, but they're not getting more time is the problem. Not getting more time. All right, let me recap my picks. Phillip Rivers was impressive this week off the couch. Yeah, he was good, and then he kind of was bad at the end down the stretch. But yes, overall. So the Steelers making the playoffs? Yes, Steelers are probably going to win the division. Is Rivers playing or are the announcers just talking up smoke? I think Rivers is playing. We had him in our quarterback start video. We didn't even talk about Riley Leonard. Phillip Rivers' last career pass cannot be that pick 6. That cannot be his last pass. He's got to throw some more. He got to play. All right, Cowboys versus the Commanders. I got the Cowboys over the Commanders on Christmas. I got the Lions over my Vikings in a maybe closer game than people expect. The Lions must win. I got the Broncos over the Chiefs. Slaughter. I like the Chargers over the Texans. I will not be surprised if the Texans blow out the Chargers. I will be surprised if the Texans win a close game against the Chargers. It's either a Chargers win or a Texans blowout win. I got the Packers over the Ravens on Saturday night, as well as Chargers-Texans also on Saturday. Bengals over the Cardinals. I got the Seahawks over the Panthers. I think bad Panthers. If it's good Panthers, I like the Panthers in this one. We'll know about a quarter into the game what Panthers we got. I got the Steelers over the Browns. They lock up the AFC North. I got the Saints over the Titans in a fun young quarterback game. I got the Jags over the Colts. I got the Buccaneers staying alive against the Dolphins. I got the Patriots taking care of business against the Jets. Raiders beating the Giants, so the Giants will get the #1 overall pick, essentially. I got the Bills beating the Eagles at home in a fun contender matchup. I got the Niners in a dogfight against the Bears on Sunday night, potentially a Bears letdown spot. And I got the Rams kicking ass against the Falcons. Let's see. How about the Packers? Yeah, Packers have to win this week. I'm saying we're losing our next game if Phillip doesn't get more practice in. Those throws, he throws like 3 centimeters to Jonathan Taylor. That game is like a good touchdown with them. True. And he also just missed Tyler Warren on the one. JD, what's up? Unfortunately, we are just about to wrap up. Rivers is 400 passing yards away from Big Ben, so 200 and 200, that's doable. I have the opportunity to go to the Lions-Vikings game. Do I go? I mean, if you want to, Steven. It's not a bad thing to do after you open presents, hang out if you don't have anything better to do. Why not? It's the whiteout game. It's the winter whiteout, boys. We're wearing our winter whiteout helmets. We got the winter whiteout helmets cooking. Got the winter whiteout helmets cooking. You like my swagged out mini helmet with the purple visor? Oh, it's dusty. We got the swagged out Vikings winter whiteout helmets. That's cold with the... Not gonna lie, how many people got a swagged out mini helmet with a purple visor? That's a cold ass look. That's such a cold look. Tough. I have a gold visor on my regular Vikings helmet. And I got a mirror one on my Aggie helmet. Chargers win, Ravens win, Browns win, Saints win, Eagles win, Bears win, Denver wins. Bet it now. That's an aggressive bet. I don't trust the Eagles or the Browns or the Ravens, really. I can see the Bears. Denver, definitely. Heading to the Colts game. Nice. I'll throw something at one of the players if they don't get it. So don't do that. Don't do that. You don't want to get punched. Vikings are dead in the water. A lot of Lions fans going to be there. Yeah, but the Lions are also kind of dead in the water. They're technically alive. But it technically. Night Zay, Merry Christmas, guys. That's going to do it for us tonight. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. We got daily sports content. We got live streams. We got videos. We got shorts, all of it. My power rankings video, we're out today. So check it out. How do I feel about your team in my power rankings? I will be dropping my picks video against the spread tomorrow. So I'll be picking all 16 games again against the spread if you're a degenerate gambler like yours truly. I will be live again Christmas night. We'll go live probably during that Broncos Chiefs game. It's not a very good game. Hang out, be merry, celebrate with the fam. Just talking ball, react to the 3 games on Christmas, watching that game. We'll maybe play some drinking games, have a lot of fun. They are, so should be a lot of fun. We'll be live Thursday night. So the game is at 8 o'clock Eastern. What time is the game? The game on Christmas. It is at 8:15 on Prime. So probably around that time, like 8:15, 8:30, maybe a little bit later, around then. We'll be hanging out. Not if, just depends. I'm going to play it by ear, but I will be live during that Broncos Chiefs game. Talk about the other 2 games, little preview, and we'll just spread some merry cheer, play some drinking games and stuff. Justin Jefferson dunked on my buddy in high school. Kid was a freak. Yeah, no shit. Yes, sir, Steven. Merry Christmas. All we need to do is just get more practice and get more new players at this point. Just take Josh from the Bills. Yeah, that would help. The Bears are playoff. Well, the Bears are already in the playoffs, Justin Fields. Yeah, nice try, Declan. Nice try. So that's going to do it for everybody. Have a safe and Merry Christmas. Oh, wait, let's end the poll here. 53 to 47, 17 votes. It is slightly more impressive to throw it 75 yards than kicking the 75-yard field goal in warm-ups. So appreciate everybody. Have a safe holidays, and I will see you guys. Video tomorrow, shorts all week, and I'll see you guys live Christmas night, hanging out, having fun. So appreciate everybody. Like, subscribe, and share.